in the bush. Not super far from, civilization and all that, but enough that it's harder to get here. And it's been my experience that cops, as a general rule, will not go too far into the bush unless it's a special occasion. They don't want to get their shiny shoes all scraped up and dirty and whatnot. So I'm actually I'm thinking about moving. I'm planning on moving. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just I'm at a place where the rats near my campsite are just skittering along the edge of my tent all night, and it's just old. It's too close to the road. It's too close to my neighbor, and I really just don't want to stay there any longer. Although finding a new spot has been a real challenge. So I've come out here into the bush, and it's I don't know, half mile into the boggy country or whatever. It's just with that new thing where being homeless, just the fact that you're homeless, you don't have anywhere to sleep, or that you're sleeping on public property, public lands, whatever they may be, is illegal, and you can get put in jail, fined, all that crap for it. It's just, it's weighing on me, man. So my hope is that by coming out here into the bush a little bit more, a little bit of a walk, it seems to me like the focus is on the focus for making this illegal is to drive people away from the easy to see spots, the sidewalk, the places that are right by the road, to drive them out into the woods, to get them away. And I was on the bus yesterday, and I saw a couple of homeless folk moving their stuff out of town. So now they're moving out into my area, and that makes me uncomfortable too. I don't want to be near other homeless folk. I just like my silence, my serenity, and honestly, like I said, I think the whole reason for this law is to drive these people away, and that's what they're doing. They're not helping the situation. They're just driving them out to other places, right? Who knows? Pretty soon we'll probably see executions for being homeless. That's the next step, right? Executions, euthanasia, They do that up in Canada, right? You can, if you're chronically homeless, you can go to a physician and have them euthanize you, So that's probably the next step out here, but it'd probably be forced because we're a single-use society, It's all about, well, okay, you didn't pass the test, you didn't make it in life, you've got problems, and you failed, so now it's time to die. No compassion. It's all about, people making a buck. So anyway, I think I'm far enough out here. Normally a spot, I'll find a spot and it'll kind of speak to me, right? I'm not getting that out here. The thing is like down over here, the ground level is about a foot, maybe 2 feet lower than over here. And so when the rainy season comes, which it's going to come soon, we're going to have, lots of rainwater. And if I put my camp over here, no go, I'll be flooded. So I'm going up this mound here. Normally I like to find a place cradled under a tree or something, but this is really the only, there's some buildings and stuff over that way. I don't want to be too close to that. I want to have enough of wood, so when all the leaves go away, that there will be so much wood and trunks and all that, branches and stuff, if I'm far enough back that nobody's really going to see me just as casual. I'm still going to build some berms up to camouflage my tent area, but over here I've got you know, kind of a bramble sort of thing that's going to kind of block view. Over there is not too great, and back there is not too great. I'm going to build some berms. Basically, a berm is basically some twigs all making it look like it's a natural cross section or crossroads of twigs where they all fell, and take some moss and just stuff it in the holes and make it so that for the casual observer, even somebody that's really looking, they're not going to see my tent. But I'm thinking about right here. I've already kind of cleared some of the plants, the poison ivy. But I like to prepare the ground. Like I said before, I'm a side sleeper. And so I really like the idea of, you know, creating like a shallow area for my shoulders and my hips, and sort of just like a shallow area straight down. But I don't have a shovel, so I got to do it with my shoe. But I'm going to do it, I think, over here. And then I'll basically use some of these branches that got moss all over them. I'll build some berms on all sides, and this will be my new camp spot. It'll be a pain because it's a lot of work. I figure it's about 10 trips moving over here. And so that's like, you know, half a mile that way, half a mile this way, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to, you know, I'll probably end up taking a few days to do it. Tomorrow's supposed to be cooler, and then the next day, so Monday and Tuesday are going to be fairly cool, and then it's back to the heat for a couple of days, and then it'll be cool for a couple of days. I've also got to bust a trail out here in order to, you know, in order to get here, I had to pretty much break a trail through poison ivy and blackberry thorns and all that crap. So I need to make something that's a little bit more permanent, kind of out of the way, not connected to any other trails. So if somebody's going back through the trails, because there's an abandoned homeless camp, not camp, but like somebody's tent and all that crap. That's just, you know, they abandon it back there. It's about I don't know, probably 150 feet, maybe 200. And so I don't, you know, even though getting from that camp to here is a little trying, maybe I don't want to build a new trail. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to, phew, I'm tired. It's hot today. It's going to get to 87 or whatever. I'm not too excited about that. But I do have to, like I said, this is kind of like the balding of the hill, the arching of a hill. And I've just got to like kind of dig out, make it so that it's not so rounded, I guess. And that's a good little bramble all the way over there. That's fine. There's not really an entranceway over there. There's a field over there, which I am worried about. So I'll create a berm behind the tent or in front of the tent, which will be connected to this, to that, to this, to kind of give a blocking sort of thing. And then I got to do something behind it. And I guess that's like a secondary thing. Like right now, I don't have to worry about that. But the thing I got to worry about right now is just kind of preparing the ground. All this poison ivy everywhere is just killer. But my tent is 7 foot by 7 foot. And we'll see how things go. I'll let you know how I'll keep you guys updated. First thing I did was, you can't really see it, but I dug out like a little shallow area. I just kind of measure it. I've done my own camp spot for a long time, including my walk across America, that I can kind of gather that like this area here is a little bit more shallow for my shoulders. 2.5 feet down is my waist, and not really anything for this. I'm actually going to put some blankets down here that I got at the thrift store last year. Some like what do you call them? Like yarn throws, I guess, and Hey, sit down. I'm gonna do some yarn throws, and I think I got a bath mat last year that I could put under there, and that's gonna be like the base layer kind of thing, and then on top of it, my memory foam, and that'll be my bed, and then I'll just like, I guess the door will open up over here, and then I gotta create my berms, which is basically very similar to that thing there, but just more. But it'll be artificial. One of them will be on that between those two, and then over here I'll build one, and then the other side and this side as well. But I can take my time doing that. It's actually pretty hard to get back here. It was it was a long way to get here, and I am tired. It's actually 75 as a high today, so that's great. But it's you know, it's the only really temperature I have. But like with the holiday yesterday, I've got to grab my stuff and go to the library and charge up for a few hours. The thing is, I can't just move my tent over here, and you know, it's gonna, like I said, take about 10 trips, and I can't just move partial stuff over here. I need to disassemble everything, move my tent, and then put everything inside it. I don't think I'll start that tonight, although that would be the smart thing. Or actually, probably tomorrow morning, right? Get up early, and then just have an early day and get everything settled. It's supposed to be 99 to 100, so I have to go to the library tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to survive in this heat. So, well, that's kind of the way it is. That's where we're at right now, and that's it for now.